All right, guys, welcome into the trading room. EP here with you in the lab. We're going to do a quick little recording here and talk about the OBOS signal, which is over here on the gold chart. So from left to right, you're looking at gold, crude, the Dow, and the two that are on top of each over here on the far right would be the S&P over the Dow. We actually might get a live trade here in the lab as it's 10:04. We're in the middle halfway point of the hour session that we trade together. And today we are working with the risk off sentiment. And gold was selling off here earlier. Let's go ahead and expand the chart on this. And gold was not leading nor lagging. Not a lot of things were added up on this trade for me to look for a short using the turbo scalp, which is using the purple and the blue indicators. The blue is a moving average and the purple is a set of Bollinger Bands. So what I was doing was just kind of waiting for a place where I could buy it. Well, guess what? Right there at my crosshair, I'll actually put a circle around it. These little guys are oversold markers. So we're getting an indication of a market that's oversold. That does not mean that's where you start to go buy it. That means that if you've been short, start to tighten your stop. Start to lock in profits. Start to scale out. And then the big ones, and on the downside, you're going to get green, and on the long side, you're going to get red. These are showing you that a retracement is potential. It's not a guarantee. It's just a retracement is due. Well, since I was not a fan of taking the gold short because I didn't have my probability on my side, my methodology was not aligned, I was all the more intrigued to get long if and when this thing was going to give me a signal that the sell-off was near. And that was my sell-off signal. I'm sorry, that was my retracement signal. And as you can see, I ended up getting long as we crept back into the neutral trade zone. Of course, you got the bull, you got the bear levels, and took it up to the opposite side and picked up about $170 on a one lot there that lasted 3 minutes. So just wanted to point out those overbought, oversold markers, retracement markers, as we call them here in the lab, the OBOS. And back to the live trading, just waiting. As you can see, I have an arrow waiting for the crude oil, which is our biggest laggard today. Take a look at the net change. It is the biggest negative net change. Kind of a mixed bag, though, we have on the next stream today. The 138 are not lined up perfect yet. This market is not given full signal to drop into the secondary zone. So we've been hanging out since since 9:30, right over here at my crosshair. We've been hanging out in the first bear zone. So bear zone 1 is going to be from here to here. Let's get rid of the crosshair. And bear zone 2 is going to be below that second yellow down to the floor, which we call critical support. So I've been waiting to get into this market when we start entering at least the neutral trade zone, which is between the yellows or between the greens. And as you can see, I just haven't had that chance yet. That's crude oil. I'm looking to get into the Dow. If we climb back down into the bear territory, as you can see right now, based on what I just gave you, we are currently inside of a neutral trade zone. Bouncing back and forth. Market's kind of just stalled out, a little dull here this morning. Maybe that's just an after effect from the no change from the Fed yesterday. Not sure. Maybe you just have to be a little bit more patient. Of course, the Dow is connected to the S&P bone. S&P is trying to get into the neutral trade zone, trying to go positive for the day, struggling to do so. You can see since midnight, our levels change every 24 hours, and since midnight, this market's been in bear territory. It tested first support in the Eurex session. It's been choppy ever since, and now it's trying to get in to the neutral, maybe the other side, but until it does, since the notes, treasury notes right here, are on the opposite side of the fence in bull territory, that, my friends, would be a sentiment of risk off. And so now you know what you didn't know. And you found out right here inside the TradeLAB. All right, so we're actually getting a signal now for an overbought condition. And if we get a marker here, it'll be a big red dot for retracement. I'll entertain a short. Still waiting for that crude to climb down. All right, 8 hours, the only thing that's negative on the crude. Wow, have I only done one trade in 40 minutes here today? That's unusual. And that's it over there on the far left, the gold. S&P actually closed. Oh, yes, it did. That last candle closed in the neutral, guys. So sentiment officially has changed to mixed. So now I start to entertain a potential short or long on the gold. And look what we're getting ready to test on gold, which is my attractive market to start thinking about when we have a sentiment of mixed or conflict. Let's put the arrow up here. Definitely start thinking about a short on gold. Let's look at the sentiment. Let's look at the next stream. Gold is red across the board. Oh, yeah. So if that S&P can stay up there, that gold gets really attractive. It's at the neutral trade zone. I'd prefer it to be in the bear zone, but definitely will entertain this for a short. Well, the overbought condition is obviously, it's a great marker representing overbought. Again, I'm looking for a retracement signal. And the S&P backs off. So look at that. As the S&P backs off, gold's going back up now. So it might take us a while. We got to see that S&P climb back up. Might take us a while to get that short off in the gold. And the stock indices, guys, are still green across the board for all three, S&P, Dow, and the NASDAQ. So I'm not looking to get short anytime soon until we get down here with the Dow.